Thank you, Antonia, for that interview. The 100th annual Santa Fe Indian Market on the Plaza starts at 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Let's welcome in our line opinion panel once more, this time to talk about a big rally for the Republican nominee for governor in Carlsbad. Mark Ronchetti and congressional candidate Yvette Herrell were joined by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. We'll get into some of the concerns about media access you might have heard about in a moment, but Senator, I want to focus on the national optics here first. Governor DeSantis has been a rising figure in the Republican Party in the last few years, no doubt about it, meaning the national GOP clearly sees an opportunity here. I'm just curious what your reaction is when you see such a big player in New Mexico in August. Was this for Mr. Ronchetti? Was this for Mr. DeSantis? Who was this rally really for here when you really kind of peel it back a little bit?
Well, I think it was definitely for both of those individuals, but I also think it was a real plus for the Republican Party of New Mexico and all Republican candidates, because it does clearly show an interest. And when you have a big name like Governor DeSantis coming in, then the money will follow, not necessarily from him, but people say, okay, well, if people that admire him, if he thinks this is a good candidate, a good thing, then yes. And I know I'm positive that Mark has funding requests going out to other parts of the country, because I'm getting them from everybody.
I see.
Candidates, Republican candidates,
Sure.
from all across the country. And I'm just going, well, it's because I gave and through the connections. And once your name's on the list, you're on it forever. But so I know that it will increase funding opportunities, not only for Mark, but also for Yvette. And Yvette has a tight race as well. I mean, so I think, I thought it was a very good strategic move. I think the National Republican Party is very clear and focused. Think this is an opportunity. Ronchetti is a strong candidate. If you think about the fact of how close 5 percentage points was the only difference between him and Ben Ray Lujan.
That's right.
In the U.S. Senate race. That is incredibly close for a first-time candidate. So I think, and I have been impressed with some of his advertising and marketing. So I think it's all, to answer your original question, it's all fitting together to everybody can benefit from it. I also
let me hang on a quick sec there, Senator. We're just a little short on this subject on time.
Sorry.
Sophie, Governor DeSantis spoke for 40 minutes, basically talking about how great he did in Florida during, COVID-19 and other things.
Right.
Mark Ronchetti had to basically stand there and listen to him talk about Florida. I ask again, was this really so much for Mr. Ronchetti?
No. This is for Governor DeSantis. He is positioning himself as the alternative to Trump. And I'll just note, I meant to bring this up and will when we get to the discussion of how journalists are being treated at these events. But just recently, DeSantis has shown up at a rally for J.D. Vance. He's barnstorming the country at this point. And I think, to your point, the timing for the candidates, given that the election is out in November, is not as compelling right now as the timing for DeSantis, because former President Trump keeps saying, I'm going to announce. Yep. And, if there's going to be an alternative for the Republican Party, Governor DeSantis wants to make sure that he is front and center. And to be fair, he is considered to be the most likely candidate if former President Trump doesn't run.
Yep.
But this is his rainbow tour. This is less about the local candidates than about
All right,
him.
let's get to that media problem. There were concerns over media access, TJ, at the rally. A reporter and a photographer from Source, New Mexico were denied entry to the event. The reporter tried to use a general admission ticket second rather than a press credential, but was reportedly ID'd by private security officers from a photograph. That's kind of chilly. Credentialed press that were allowed inside of the event were even discouraged from speaking with people in attendance or even moving around. Is this what we can expect from Mr. Ronchetti if he punches through to be governor? Is that how he's going to handle the press?
I hope not. I certainly hope that's not going to be the case. I just want a little shameless plug here, Gene. I'm going to have Sean Griswold from The Source on my show on the 24th. So we're going to be talking specifically about that. You know, and this is what kills me, is that who is to judge who is legitimate and who is illegitimate media? You know, so why are you allowed to parse out who you think should be attending these events? You know,
why are you allowed to just say you're a media person?
Yeah, just give
I
me.
can do that.
But they're treating all media this way. This is one of the problems when you see the JD Vance event run by Turning Point. All media, regardless, are being treated as if they don't have legitimacy.
That's right. Let me read you a quote here from Enrique Nell, someone I used to work with in Congresswoman Wilson's office all those years ago. He is a spokesman for the Ron Kennedy campaign. He said Source New Mexico was denied a credential because, quote, they are a left-wing advocacy group, not a legitimate news organization, end quote. That is so wrong. I don't even know where to start. I mean, it's just, Senator, what's your thoughts on that? Why even go there and disparage a legitimate news organization?
Well, who makes it legitimate? That's my whole, I think the bigger issue here is who decide. I mean, Sophie can't practice law unless she has a law degree and is licensed for the bar. How do you decide who's going to be legitimate?
Oh my gosh, are you arguing for regulation? I can't wait to hear more.
I might be, or just a definition. And I looked it up in Webster's and I'm going, well, this is no definition. But how do I know? And also, then the other thing is, do I not have the right as a campaign to send out my media notices to the people that I want to come? Did he get a media notice, or did he just pop over and say, I'm coming in? I think it's that candidates, why would I want to invite somebody that is going to trash me? I mean,
because it's of import to the voters throughout New Mexico. We rely on the media to be there when we can and to provide the stories. And the original media in this country, if we're going to go originalism, and watch me do it right now, were pamphleteers. They were effectively bloggers. And Source is a well-established I think they've just hit their year anniversary as a media organization. They've broken stories across the state. There's no question in my mind.
We've got to wrap up. I would challenge Enrique Nell on this air right now, if he's watching. I would challenge you to go through Source New Mexico's roster of stories and find me this left-wing advocacy you're talking about. Or you can give me some money. I'll take that challenge right here. Thanks again for that discussion, guys. We'll be back here at the line with the virtual roundtable for one final discussion on booming oil and gas revenues. That's just in over 10 minutes. But first, back to our conversation on alcohol here in New Mexico. If you're from out of state, you know we have some of the lowest alcohol taxes in the country. In part two of our discussion, we explore why that is and how a change could help mitigate this issue.